Shit, I need to record this somehow. Screen 2, screen 1. Fuck, alright. Basic support and resistance. I don't really see this being taught that much, but it's like I usually look at it on the 1 minute, 5 minute. We can start at 1800. I'll just go through lifetime. Yeah, 1800. So, I mean, you could use the volume profile too, or just the session volume profile or something like that. I don't really, doesn't really matter. I'd use it on Motive Wave, but this is like, it's kind of too lazy. So I just use Trading View. Is it even recording? Yeah. Alright. Where the fuck is the, this is horrendous. He's like, ticks per row 2. Yeah. No, what the fuck? How do I make a new session? So, it's a new session. We cannot be that thirsty. Okay. Yeah, so this is the volume profile. You can mark, okay, basically, what I count as support and resistance is if we have 2 taps, that is considered a support resistance. This is all I need. It's just literally 2 taps. 1 tap, I wouldn't count it yet, but if it's 1 tap, I'll use it as a TP level. It's a potential resistance, so I'd scale out of a position there. If it's 2 taps, that's where I would use to enter. So, and something like this. This is another, so easy, bro. Just fucking go here, take this. That's pretty much simple SNR. I'll show examples. Go through the trade I did today. Okay, well, this is like pretty easy right here already. Like, if you look here, this is just, this is the high of the extreme. You can literally just mark this entire thing. This is resistance. So next time we come up here, you could look for absorb. As you can see, right here, we just run straight through it. So now this is being used as a support. Either we come back into it, or now we're building value up there. As you can see right there, that's a potential entry right there. That's so easy. Long right there. Look for negative delta, whatever. Stops like right there. Target, I don't know. Next area. Like this area would be a support. So this one's a little weaker, I guess. Right there. Simple stuff. This is in Asia, by the way. So I mean, sometimes I'd swing on there, but like realistically, and you want to be entering into the absorption, so you want to have a pretty good entry, as sometimes it will come back to reabsorb. That's one of my previous problems I had myself, because I kind of just entered way too late and it'll come back down to stop me out before actually going to the move. So you gotta be careful on that. Now this is like kind of mitigated. I still would leave this on for now. This is the area I'd be looking at now. Maybe longs off there. No, and then here we drop back down. I wouldn't use this anymore because it's pretty. I would only look for longs. Well, no, actually, okay, I'll explain here. So right there, I would want to ideally see either we pop up and then we do this, or we will come up, reclaim this level, and immediately shoot down, absorb right here, and take a short. But since none of this happened, I'll be deleting this level because it's no longer valid, in my opinion. And then you just let it play out. Volume profile is still there. This now could be a potential area of resistance. We will have to see. Okay, now that's an area of resistance. So I would mark this around here somewhere, because we came up here, rejected. As you can see, this is aligned with the shelf of the volume profile. So it's pretty simple. See here, works again. That's why I tell to not keep your stops. Like, see, if you entered right there, then you would have got, I mean, you wouldn't have got stopped, but like pretty much in drawdown. You want to enter, be inside the absorption. So, yeah, that's also But this is Asia, so it's pretty shit. You have to pull up the delta profile or something to see. Now at this point, I'd remove this. It's not really that useful because it's been tapped pretty much. I want to be able to trade the first bounce or the second bounce. After those two bounces, I'll be pretty much done. And then, okay, there's not really anything here. I mean, I'd put this as area of support too, because now we have two taps. It doesn't matter. We have some wicks, so this would be the zone. Maybe here. It's pretty discretional. So, and this, I'd mark this. This would be more of a TP area because this is a very small area. So, something like this. Let's see if anything happens. Okay, we run through it. You'd look at absorption right there because we did chop does mean absorption because time being spent there is volume being built up. So there could be, but this is like pretty shit action. Like how much did we move, bro? 35 points in like fucking, I don't know, like 2 hours, bro. So I do not recommend trading this unless you're trying to swing this because I do want to see. I forgot what happened yesterday, but this seems like, yeah, as you can see, pretty clean, as you can see. Bang. Okay, right there. This is where you probably get chopped out. It's not the easiest to trade because we are in Asia. And this is where the confirmation, you use the delta footprint. You can see where the bids and offers are reacting. Here, let's see if this holds again. It doesn't hold, so you could probably look too long somewhere over here if we do get it. Like this. Yeah, I'd say something like this. And then we come back, we reclaim. This would be short biased, and then yeah, this would be target around here. Now I'd move it to here, see, because now this one is kind of tapped too much. Now this is a really nice zone. See, you could short here too. This would have been probably a break even because we took out these lows. Came back up. I wouldn't use this anymore though. Probably this. This is a, as you can see, we have tap here, rejection. Now we came up all the way back up. First tap, I wouldn't trade this, but that second tap probably is a better entry. That second tap would be the one where you look for absorption. Whatever, you can see there's 3 wicks. 3 wicks is a very good sign, or even 2 wicks. We had 2 wicks, very long. I'll show an example of what absorption might look like. This is probably absorption. I'll need to look at the footprint, whatever. And then, yeah, so goes to resistance again. And you could probably enter right there. So it's just pretty simple. Support, like, this is not rocket science. I don't really know, man. Like Asia, this is obviously very compression. This is very good. This is very good conditions for trading SNR. So if you're in a compression state, like, it's very easy to trade. Here we tap again. See, these are 2 levels. I don't know if you would get an entry here. This is pretty risky. I don't really like these single wicks, like those. Sometimes you get top tick, bottom tick, whatever. You have to enter in these wicks. This is very difficult. So I don't recommend. I don't really do it that much unless you want to be very aggressive with your entry. Now we start trending. Well, like, yeah, I think this. Oh, this is almost New York Open. But yeah, let's see if we have here. See, now this is pretty nice area of support now. I think this would dump. I didn't even wake up. Oh, okay, yeah, there we go. That's dump. This I wouldn't use anymore. I mean, except for here, but as soon as this candle, as you can see, we're closed pretty far below it. And we're on a downtrend now, so this is the only, if I was in short, I'd be taking profit somewhere over here. This is the last low right over here. I'd take profit, but I wouldn't use this so I wouldn't enter longs here because it's the first tap. And then, okay, so we just keep dumping. So here, it's 1 wick. I don't know what happened over there. I don't know if there's reaction, whatever. Oh, I mean, okay, hold on. No, that's the first, yeah, that's the first tap. And then this would be a second tap. This is where I'd be looking for entries for longs. But since we don't have any longs here, right? So we just keep getting short biased. And you could take a re-offer off here. This right there. You could take a short off here, I think. This could work. I don't really know. Yeah, I guess kind of worked. But now, okay, here we have more compression. You can see so many wicks over here. This would be a resistance right there. This is support. Now I'd be using these two to trade. And if you were short from here, this is actually a pretty high probable short. We come up. The first time you wouldn't take this. That second time, there's probably something over here. You can take this. Stops 20 points. Target, I don't know, man. You have to look at the higher time frame. This is a pretty nice area. I mean, that's when you if you're on a trend day and you don't know where to take profit, this is where you take profit. Because I think I remember I had this area or something. No, I don't like that. I like this. Yeah, around something like this. Inflection, I guess. This is nice. Yeah, you can just take profit right there. It's pretty simple. That's 1 to 2R. Break even. You can just break even like whenever, to be honest. Like you can break even after this, but you would have got break even. Or if you got a better entry, because usually you try to have a very aggressive entry into the level. Probably somewhere over here, you'd be okay. But yeah, and then here, this is very nice wicks. Maybe okay, we don't. That's fine. This I wouldn't use this anymore because this is so low time frame. I'll get rid of this. I don't like this too. This has been tapped multiple times. So now I'm just playing these two. I want to play these compressions. So that's pretty much. And I don't really care about the higher time frame now because we've been mitigated. That's our TP. I don't really use higher time frame. SNR. They're two big zones. I don't really care about this one as well. Now we just use whatever market structure we're given. So next target would probably be these wicks. These wicks are kind of, I guess, yeah, and then this. If we were in longs, these two would be my. Okay, so this is fine. Now we have kind of a bit of resistance area to play off because we have this one high over there. And now we have this high to be playing off of. So this would be a potential entry over here. Let's see if this short's off there. We don't. Okay, but then it's fine though because actually in hindsight, I'm kind of retarded. I don't think this is that good. This one, okay, you might be saying like I'm a hindsight demon or whatever, but I don't think I would use this. This is kind of shit zone. I'd look at more like this is very nice. These two highs are nice. You look for shorts probably off this area. Probably short this high. This high is pretty nice. And oh, you could take continuation shorts off here too. There's another zone. This would be a nice short opportunity. Yep, look at that. That's a short. And then this. Now we're back in the range. Now this is very easy to trade. You can take continuations off this. Okay, whoops. Okay, yeah, see. Here we have no confirmation. That's why you don't take the shorts. This goes straight through. I remember watching this. This one just one big ass candle up with not really anything. So we retest this area of resistance, right? And this is where you could short again. But this, I'm pretty sure I didn't see that much stuff here. So this is just a bold wick. Wouldn't take that. Now we're getting into lower. We want to look at lower balances. Probably this one is a nice, yeah, this is a nice support right there. This is where my final target for the for shorts if I did want to short, because I don't really like this daily lows unless we accept B low. I'll mark it anyways. I don't really care. Or maybe this because we have two wicks over here. I'll mark this, something like that. I'll be safe with these because, yeah. Fuck. Okay. Now let's see if we have a dump. Oh, okay, there we go. This is nice for sure. Yep. Inflection. This is our higher time frame zone. This would be our TP if you were short. Okay, now we're still need to build longs potentially. That's our 2 taps. You could start looking for longs. Or if it breaks, you can look for shorts again. Okay, now we're approaching the higher time frame zones. Yep, look at that. That's support right there. Really, really nice. That's 2 taps. See, 1 tap. You could say these two are 2 taps, but I'd say this is 1 tap. This is 2 taps. You absorbed right there. And then on that 3rd tap, Um, that's when you can try to get in. This is where you would get in for longs. And then this, I think, is low of day. I'm pretty sure. I don't even know what the fuck I marked here. Yeah, it's like, oh, look at that. On the 1 minute too, we have 2 taps. Unmitigated because we went straight through it. So we hold here. Simple as that. And then here, this was a trade that I took on demo, I think. Because, like, I didn't fucking... Okay, fuck, whatever. I wasn't paying attention, and my funds were on DLL, so I'm just being transparent. I hit DLL, I think -1,000 across 3 accounts, cause I overtraded Asia. I was being stupid. So it's on my part, not the strategy. I didn't even trade the strategy. I was just being retarded. So okay, and then I took this trade here. I think. Oh, I didn't take this. We came down -23, -22 delta, I think, and then over here is when I took the trade. Over here. You see these 2 are the taps, right? And then there was no absorption here. We aggressively went straight through. And then I could get rid of this because this has been... What the fuck was that even? Oh, that was a higher time frame. Okay, yeah, after that tap, we get the reaction. We don't need it anymore. We only use the higher time frame for TPs. I use the lower time frame for entries. So this one has been tapped 2 times. We went through. This is no longer relevant because... yeah, it's pretty useless now. So the only things I'd be watching for is these highs now. Why I never take profits at the actual high or low is because these ones are pretty protected. So there could be absorption here, and you most likely see if you have like a quote unquote order block, then sometimes it might like come up, tag the wick, rejection block, whatever. I don't like the word, but that might happen. So because it's a previously absorbed area, so you don't want to be going against that. You want to take profit on strength. I'll probably explain that later. But this is the zones right now. So here there was delta right there. I got a pretty shit entry. I think I got around 50s because basically we came down, right? Came down. That's our first initial block of delta. And then we came back down again. There's another like 80, 100 delta over here. And then we immediately, we had a little pop. That's when you get in. You get in on the pop. Stop loss right like below. This is like a 15-point stop. This is pretty nice. I gave it a little bit more because I just want to, say, I was experimenting right there. I like this. I'd be like a pretty comfortable spot. If we go down here at that point, that's where your invalidation is. It doesn't matter if we wick back up. That's not holding support anymore. Basically, like invalidation would be like around here, and then I'm giving a couple points of noise just in case the volatility does something. So you gotta be like, you have to be able to accept a loss. That knowing as soon as if we dip under here at this area, it's no longer holding, and that traded idea is invalid. And at that point, like even if it plays out, I don't really give a fuck, cause like sure I'll be kind of sad, and that's why I be fucking blowing accounts and shit, cause like I'm just. I can't follow my own rules, but here, like you could target pretty much here. This would be a nice target. How much is that? Like 1 to 4R. You can even hold. This is a very nice target. I really like this. This is a higher time frame support that broken into resistance and have not been held. So, and this is, as you can see, this is a balance area. As you can see right there, it's a balance area on the volume profile. I don't even need to see it because I know it's a consolidation area. That's why I say, like, you don't really need the volume profile. It's just there if you want to, if you're, like, blind as shit. So, yeah, you can target there. And this place right here is the only place where the trade would have gone wrong because that's why you scale. And here, because I'm a pretty base hit guy, so right there, I scaled on out of my exits. Basically, you want to scale. What does scale mean? It means like, when you're on strength, it means like while it's going up at the fastest speed possible, that's when you market exit. I don't use limit orders anymore for my targets unless like I'm passing evals or accounts or whatever. But on a funded account, you would want to scale out using so it's basically like the market's on the final push going to your target, because the target has a meaning. It's where previous buyers or sellers were in contact. So if we come up and then we have this huge like bang right there, when we making that big ass like spike, big ass like candle up, that's where you want to scale. You want to like on that strength move up, huge like a huge candle, and then bang, partial right there. And then and the candle might come back to retrace. But then at that point it doesn't matter because you're already taking your profits. You're taking your profits at the highest point possible. So as you can see, I scaled like right very, very nicely. If you look at my executions, on here it's 980.75. 980.75. This is where I scaled. So it'll milk you an extra couple of points in profit because it's really nice. And I only was in 2 contracts on demo, so I wouldn't really because I was pretty bullish at this point. I wouldn't scale on here on my real fun accounts. I'd probably scale here, scale a lot. So right there. Okay, fuck. Where is it? Rectangle. Like 3 rejections. That's a pretty significant rejection. That's the place where we could go wrong. Here we could go wrong. But as you can see, bang, pop up right there. I scaled on strength again. We were going into the zone. I scaled, where is it? 995.75. 995.75. Oh, it was here. This was where I scaled. On this candle right here. You can see that big freaking candle. You don't want to risk the retracement because you scale and then, because this part like might give a reaction. And you want to hold through that. Like, look at this. It goes through 10 points of reaction drawdown or whatever. Like, I don't want to hold through that. And then you could have this as your final target. I'd have like 100 points is pretty big. I'd have like 78 points. This is a very nice target. As you can see, you have a rejection here. That's why you scale out of your positions. Take your partials off. And then right there, let's see. I think this could be a re-entry. Yeah, this is a re-entry right here. This, I remember there was absorption here. You could easily re-enter on this shit. Have a stop like this, target next level. And then you can, okay, we go through drawdown. This will probably be break even. Come down again. We pop back up. It's fine. Do we get the bounce here? I forgot. Oh, no. Okay, at this point, yeah. At this point, this wouldn't be a resistance anymore. I wouldn't trade this, but yeah. And then at this point, you could scale here because, as you can see, this is newly formed resistance. So at this point in time, you would want to scale out over there. Take another partial over there. Through strength in the wick, and then final target would be this inflection. Not even inflection, but you can see that huge candle up. Take your partial inside the zone. And then, yeah, it's pretty simple. You also have resistance right there. You can see quite easily, like, after if you try to short here, like, the most you probably get is right there. You could just break even because we keep rejecting this area. So we came down, rejected, came down, rejected. We're in a balanced area. And this is not the best place to short, in my opinion, because we don't have that much higher time frame context. I was confident with like longs over here because we had prior pretty high time frame support right there. While here, we really have nothing. Like, if you want to short off here, I'd want a bigger range. I'd only short here if we have a bigger range. Like, something like this. Like, how much points is that? Yeah, 30-point range. Even that's kind of small. You want a pretty big range to form first, and then you can start playing those. At this point, I'm still long biased, and then bang, that's our initial like area that we projected. These two, and then I think we do dump here after a bit of while. Here came up. Oh, never mind. Here, this is the balance high that we marked out before. And then yeah, we just dumped there. This I wouldn't use that anymore. This, like, look at all this noise here. I wouldn't use anymore. So it's pretty hard to catch this move down. I don't think you could have, other than here. See, you can pretty much accept it down here, and then we open here high, absorb, and then we go down. So I think maybe here, I don't know. But at this point, like, you just have to read. This is pretty ugly. Maybe this. Basically, you just mark zones like on the spot, and oh, this is market closed. That's why. Yeah, this is, yeah. You wouldn't be trading this shit. This is like the market's closed already. So, I think that's it, right? That's the entire day. So yeah, that's pretty much how I view the markets. It's, you just watch in real time, delete zones while you have it, and I'll show like how absorption looked like, I guess. I'll try to find it here. Yeah, I use Quantower now because my motive doesn't work on my desktop, so. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. So, holy shit. Okay. How do I fucking... Oh, does it not work on the weekends? Yo, dude, are we fucking serious? Q. No, like a chart, yeah. Show quickly. QZ. All right. Fuck. How long is the video, bro? How's it 26 minutes already? What, dude? Fuck. Yapping, bro. What? This is so ugly. Holy shit. What the fuck is this? Oh, 5 minutes. What? Yo, this doesn't even fucking load, dude. Like 30? Refresh. Reload history. Bro. Okay, this is horrible. I'll just load up like the book map. I'll find the replay of today on book map. So give me a sec. Just to make it clear, because I think it was really fucking obvious on this trade right there. Today right there.
Google Workspace can help keep your documents in
shit, man. Okay. Alright, we'll see this. Where was this? Was this GMT plus? What the fuck is that? Like, I don't know. How do I see the time, dude? Bro, fuck this. Yo, when is this, man? Yo, I actually can't watch this, bro. This is... Okay, I need to find a better video. Alright, this one. Yeah, this is my favorite. This is my favorite book map channel. So it should be like New York at what time is that? 1:50, 13:55. Yeah, 13:55. No, don't tell me this is fucking. Are you serious, bro? Yo, how the so it just ends there, bro? Are you, bro? This is so shit. Fuck. Oh, here we go. Okay. Oh, this is so ugly, dude. 30 and 55. Yeah, it's the 56, 55, 54. Like, around... Like, okay. This is horrible. Is it right there? Yeah, 950s. Okay, so if you look at right there, oh, this is so ugly. Okay, this is where we initially tapped the zone, as you can see here. Sellers are pretty aggressive on the cumulative order book, and then this is sells, sells. Now we're getting huge bubble. Look at the volume right here. The volume right there, that's a lot of, and we created a lot of delta on the sell. We make a little bit pop up, and then that first entry, as you can see, we came down again. That's where we rebid, and then fucking throw in a bunch of delta again on that pop. That's where you'd enter. Like on aggression, you can. Let's see. Okay, hold on. Let me see my zone again. Where the fuck is this? Mark right here, right? So 47. So when it taps 47 to 42s. Okay, now it's tapping. Oh, that's the first tap, I think. I don't even know. Oh, what the okay, yeah, okay, yeah. Now we're absorbing. That's the first absorption. See if we can come in again. Yeah, on that right there, as you can see on here at 1358 candle. Where's that? 1358. This is where we absorbed. And this is where you could have got in. Because on that, it means that we are holding this zone twice. As soon as you see a pop up, you can start entering. As you can see right there, that's a bubble up. We are kind of getting aggressive. Look at the speed on here. Suddenly we're making a fast move up here. Yeah, like right there, as you can see a small pop, I guess that's what you say. Sure, we can hold through drawdown, but it is like it's not gonna be perfect. It's not easy. So, and then you finally get that big move up. So yeah, it's pro shit. Yeah. Any questions or whatever? I think I need to end the recording soon. Do any of y'all have questions? All right, for sure. Yeah, if y'all don't got any questions, I'm pretty much done. I'll upload the recording to YouTube, and yeah.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. No problem, bro.
We appreciate it.
Yeah, you good, bro? I'm stop recording now.